welcome back to another episode of Lauren's Take. We are celebrating Black History Month a little differently this year. This year we are actually, well, I don't know why I'm saying we. It's just me here. Okay, this this year, in this wonderful month of February, this week, well, for the next few weeks, I'm going to be discussing my favorite works of Black entertainment. This week being Black films, next week being Black television shows, and the week after that with Black novels. And I may add a Black music situation in there because there are so many songs that I love. Or I may just make a playlist and ask that you listen to it because those are my jams. Those are my pops. So I really wanted to celebrate Black History Month because it's just, I always be celebrating it, of course, because it's my history, my culture, my people. But because I'm never consistent on this channel, I had never been able to truly show that because, Black entertainment is just phenomenal. It's so groundbreaking in the sense that, we can make you laugh, we can make you cry, we can make your heartstrings get pulled. We can do it all. And we haven't gotten enough credit for that. And we haven't gotten to see a lot of our works of art really put out in the world and appreciated as much as all of the other stuff that gets out, and we're not getting nominated for things that we need to. So, I also just want to showcase the NAACP Image Awards, which is literally my favorite award ceremony because it's finally the time that people of color and especially Black individuals who are in entertainment finally get recognized for all the amazing things, all the amazing pieces of art that they put out every year. And that actually comes out on February 26th, Amber's birthday, actually. So I advise that you guys actually take the time to watch it. It's one of the things that it's truly, in my opinion, not rigged. And it's, it just gives so many voices that haven't had that opportunity to be recognized to get recognized. So I ask that you watch that. And I also ask that you come back every week to check out these movies, check out these films, or check out the television shows, check out the books, check out the music. Because these are just some of the very few, there are probably thousands and thousands and thousands of Black films, Black television shows, Black novels, Black music. But these are just some of my favorites. So hopefully this gives you a good list of what you should watch during Black History Month and past Black History Month, because it is not just a month. It is a whole history. It is a whole culture. It is literally life for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And let's get into it. Okay, because you guys know I'm not organized whatsoever when I do these. I actually had to write it down so I didn't forget anything, didn't forget any of my faves, my favorite movies and whatnot. But we're gonna get right into it, starting off with Coming to America, starring Eddie Murphy. The whole idea pitched by Eddie Murphy, all of it. Eddie Murphy plays I don't know how many characters in Coming to America, as does Arsenio Hall. This is probably such a humongous film in the Black community, because it shows us we're royalty in this film, and it's also a Black love story. It's the main character, Akeem, he goes to America because he's about to have to force to get married to this woman who all her life has been getting treated to be eventually married to Prince Akeem. But he's like, no, I don't want to marry her. I don't know her. So he goes to America and tries to find another wife, and he does, or not really. He just wants to find love, And he does. He finds Lisa and meets her family, works as at McDowell's, not McDonald's, McDowell's. It's a whole thing. But it's really one of those things where he pretends he's not a prince, but he is a prince, and it's really cute. But in the end, of course, they get married and it's great. And Coming to America, the sequel, came out last year on Prime. So I advise that you check it out. It is definitely one of my favorite films. Probably in general. It's just one of my favorite films. It's so funny. It's so cute. I love it all the time. Coming to America. Next one is Love and Basketball, which is straight up Black love. It is so cute. It's such a classic. And Sanaa Lathan, that's my girl. She plays in so many. She's such a phenomenal actress. But Love and Basketball and Omar Epps, I believe. It's so It's so good. It's so cute. It's everything. It pulls you. It pulls you. I haven't watched it in a bit. I need to watch it again. But it is a really, really cute film, and I definitely recommend you check that out. The next film that I'm recommending is One Night in Miami, that came out last. No. Did it come out last year? I want to be sure. I think it came out like at the end of 2020 into 2021. I watched it in 2021, like right very quickly after it came out, and it's also on Prime. And I want to say Love and Basketball was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but anyway, One Night in Miami. That was actually a lot of it was nominated for an Oscar. It should have won. It should have won. I love that film. I think it was so great because it's talking about so many Black historical figures: Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, Muhammad Ali, and Jim Brown. It's this infamous night that happened back in the 60s, and it's actually the night before Muhammad Ali publicly announces that he is converted to Islam, or converts to Islam. And it's like the last time all four of them were able to be in a room together, and so the film is it's so good, and I need to watch it again. I've only seen it once, but from that one time, it just hit me so much that it's like seriously one of my favorite Black films, and definitely recommend you watch it. It's teaches you a lot too. So I really enjoyed that film. And then the next one, you guys, I'm all over the place with the genres of the films. But anyway, next one is Akeelah and the Bee. I grew up watching this film. That was my Keke Palmer, young Keke Palmer. Yes, girl. Yes, I love that film. It's so good. Definitely recommend you check it out. It's probably on a premium network somewhere, and maybe on Netflix. I don't know. I will check, and I will put the links to all of these films because a lot of them are on streaming services. So if you are able to watch them on streaming services, I definitely recommend it. And they all always come on TV all the time. So definitely check out Akeelah and the Bee. That was like a favorite growing up. But anyway, let's move on to the next few. Next up, we got the only, no, it's not the only. There are two Black DCOMs, okay? There's only really two true Black DCOMs. And when I mean DCOMs, I mean Disney Channel original movies. And one of them that I am so obsessed with to this day, I love both of them, but this one is just like my OG fave. It's probably my favorite DCOM in general. Let It Shine. Okay, y'all. I'm about to watch this today because it is such a good movie. If you have not watched Let It Shine, what are you doing with your life? It's so good. And I think what I love so much about it is because it had the Black church, it had gospel, it had R&B, it had hip hop, it had it all. It had it all. And it was a good story. And it had Little Chris. I'm kidding. Anyway, Tyler James Williams. If you I've grown up watching Tyler James Williams because of Everybody Hates Chris, which would definitely be in my television show favorites next week video. He is so phenomenal. He plays Cyrus. He's the main character, and it's and Coco Jones. That's where she got her start. Yes, and now she's about to be on Bel Air. Guys, we're going to be turning up. We are going to be turning up. But and Trevor Jackson. You had three such phenomenal actors, and now they're all doing great things, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm like, I know y'all from Let It Shine. So yeah, great stuff. If you haven't watched Let It Shine, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It is so good. And I'm also going to recommend Jump In. Jump In is so good as well because it's double Dutch and it's cute. Keke Palmer, Corbin Blue. Yes, you know. But anyway, definitely check that out as well. Both of those films are very near and dear to my heart. And I will say the Proud Family movie is also one of the Black Disney Channel original movies. So Disney, again, has more work to do. But we're going to move on. That's another story for another day. Baps is my next favorite Black film. This is a film with Halle Berry, who is so far, unfortunately, the only Black woman who's won lead actress in the sense that no other Black woman has won, which is sickening. But anyway, she did that 20 years ago, actually. I think the anniversary was last week, actually. Last week or the week before. And so that's yeah. But BAPS it's an acronym for Black African princesses, or Black American princesses, is really Black African, but anyway, it's so cute, and it also starred Natalie Desselle Reid, who unfortunately passed away passed away at the end of 2020. And it's such a good film. I love that film. I haven't watched it in a bit. A lot of these films are just I used to watch that movie all the time, and it's such a beautiful film. And it's funny, it's cute, it's heartwarming, it's all of those things. You guys gotta check out Babs. Babs is where it's at, so definitely check out Babs. Next up is 42 with the iconic and legendary Chadwick Boseman playing Jackie Robinson. That film, I believe, was like one of the first times I ever saw Chadwick on screen, and I was just like, whoa, he's a good actor. Like, I remember that. And oh, don't we miss him now. But yes, that was one of his first feature film roles, and he nailed it. He nailed it. Like, when Chadwick was given a job, he embodied that character through and through. You would be forgetting it was Chadwick Boseman because he would do it so well. And 42 is no exception. I love that film. And it just Chadwick, absolute king, as we know. And just, I hope he is resting peacefully and powerfully in heaven. And the next film that he also just brought it home, y'all, Get On Up, which is actually about James Brown. And that film, I love it. I love it so much because Chadwick just, like, all the actors in Get On Up are phenomenal, but Chadwick, of course, just he's such a phenomenal actor. Like, it's just such a phenomenal actor, and I can't stress that enough. And the next one, again, Chadwick, Black Panther. I mean, if I didn't have Black Panther in this list, what the heck? Black Panther, y'all have probably seen Black Panther. If you haven't, go somewhere. If you don't watch that movie right now, I swear, Black Panther to this day is just, it's my favorite MCU movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so good. You can, like, I can literally just turn to it when it's on TV one day, and I know exactly what part it's at. It's that good. And Chadwick, it's going to be hard for anyone to take over that role because he did it that well. And it's just, all of those films, like, all of them that just Chadwick played in. Like, there's another film on here that Chadwick played in because he just takes it so well. He takes it so far. And, yeah, just goodness. All three of those films, 42, Get On Up, Black Panther. If you don't go watch all of them right now, I swear, what are you doing with your life? Go do that. It is, you will learn something. You will feel something. All of those films are so phenomenal, and just show how freaking talented Chadwick Boseman was. Okay, so this video is going to get a little long, but I am almost finished. So the next up on the list is The Color Purple. The Color Purple is probably, it's such a classic. It's based off of Alice Walker's book of the same title, The Color Purple. So many greats, so many just phenomenal actors in the Black community in general. You have Whoopi Goldberg, you have Oprah, you have Danny Glover. It's just like, the list goes on and on and on and on. The Color Purple is one of those films that, I grew up reciting because of my mother, because she loves Color Purple. She loves the book, she loves the film. She said she saw that movie probably like 20 times in the theater because she loved it that much. And so whenever it is on, we will probably watch it at one point. And it's a sad film. It's definitely sad, and it's hard to watch at times. But it's so powerful. It's such a powerful film. And like, Whoopi Goldberg, sis should have won the Oscar for that role. I'm not going to come back from that, because sis should have won the Oscar for that role. She does eventually win an Oscar, but she should have won it for that. And Oprah should have won an Oscar as well. But yeah, I just gotta admit, Color Purple, yes. Okay, next one is Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures is fairly new, and it's about Katherine Johnson, who literally Katherine Johnson, and they were a part of NASA in the 60s, Hampton, Virginia, where I'm from. And, so this film, not only is it powerful, but it's so meaningful to me as a, young black girl young black woman, I'm an adult now, young black woman trying to navigate my world, trying to really make my mark and really do things that I think that this country really needs. And to see that this story happened right here in Virginia, and I never knew about it until the book and the film came out, angered me. I was like, how am I supposed to live in the state that it happened? And I still don't know. And it just shows you why we need to show these films, why we need to have these books, because all of this history, there's so much rich history, black history, that we really built this country. And, to think that, if it wasn't for Katherine Johnson's ability to get those exact numbers, to be able to make sure that John Glenn, to make sure he landed exactly where he needed to land, if anything, like, y'all, Hidden Figures, if you have not watched that film, what are you doing with your life? I swear. That is such a great film, and it's so, so powerful. Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, Janelle Monáe, all phenomenal actresses, and all just do such a great job bringing those beautiful women to life. Dorothy Vaughan and Mary, oh my goodness, I can't remember her last name, but yes. Hidden Figures is where it's at. It's where it's at, Okay, I think I'm down to 5 more movies. All right, let's get into it. All right, Raisin in the Sun is next. Actually starring the one of the greatest actors of all time, Sidney Poitier, who just passed away, unfortunately, a few weeks ago. And A Raisin in the Sun is actually based off of Lorraine Hansberry's play of the same title. I actually, it's just the actors in this film, and Ruby Dee. Oh my goodness. Icon. It's such a great film. TV1 has been showing it on a regular. And it's so good. Like, the acting is so powerful, and it's so good. If you need to go check it out. It's so good, you guys. But definitely check out A Raisin in the Sun. Next up on the list, completely switching gears. Death at a Funeral, the black remake with so many freaking comedians and legendary actors that I have just like, they lost their minds when they made this one. Like, oh my gosh, it was a remake of a white British film, and that I think premiered in like 2006 or 2007, something like that. And this came out in 2010. Chris Rock, Martin Lawrence, Danny Glover, Loretta Devine, Regina Hall, Kevin Hart. Like, okay, this film to me, Tracy Morgan. This film to me is like that film that everyone was sleeping on. I don't think half enough people have watched this film. It is beyond hilarious. It is just sick. It's crazy. I love it though. I can recite that film now without the profanity, but it's so good, you guys. That if you just want to laugh and just this craziness, Death at a Funeral is for you. Totally for you. And then next, again, kind of really switching gears here, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. With the incomparable Viola Davis and incomparable Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick should have won the Oscar. I will forever stand by that, and I am mad to this day he did not win. I think that was an actual slap in the face. Genuinely. I didn't watch Anthony Hopkins' film, but I could tell you right now, he did not. Over Chadwick? No. I will stand by that. Because if you have seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I was only able to watch it once because it was that oof. But because again, Chadwick's performance, I was just mind-boggled. I was completely mind-boggled. I had no words. I had no words. It's such a good film. It's so powerful. And it is based off of the true historical figure, Ma Rainey. Um, and it was so good, you guys. Like I can't stress how good it was. And yeah, it's yeah. Okay, we have made it to the end. This is the very last film, and of course I had to mention it because it is my OG favorite film of all time. Even though they did my girl wrong, Disney, once again. And I bet you know what I'm talking about by now. It is The Princess and the Frog. As I stare at my poster on my wall down there, I love Princess and the Frog. It is that film that I just love. I love it. I love it with all I got. And I watch it all the time. I have that movie memorized. I could probably recite it on the spot. I'm not going to. An evening star was shining bright. Okay, I'm gonna stop. And it's going on in my head. Okay, I have watched that film probably close to 100 times. When I tell you I have pretty much the entire film memorized, it's horrible when I'm watching it because I'm literally saying the words the entire time. But Princess and the Frog, OG favorite movie, Disney movie of all time. It is my favorite movie. I can never not watch it. It's like when it's on, I will turn to it all day, every day. And yes. And I am not ashamed by that. I will acknowledge though, it does have faults because you finally have your first black Disney princess. You couldn't even have her as human the entire movie. Like what the heck? That's coming out, I believe 2023. Disney, if my girl Tiana is an amphibian one more time, we really are going to have some words. She better not be a frog, okay? She better not be a frog. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, yeah, those are all of my favorite black films, you guys. Yes, definitely all of those. Yeah. That was a weird way to end a clip of a video. I filmed these in clips. But anyway, thank you guys for checking this out. If you sat and watched the entire time, I truly, truly appreciate it. I also want to thank all of the people who watched my Our Beloved Summer review video. Like, it's the last time I checked, it was at 217 views with 17 likes. That is the most likes I've ever gotten on a video. So I really, really thank you and appreciate you for doing that. It like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. Excuse me, my voice just randomly got like really just like sad for a second. But yes, those are all my favorite black films. Not all of them, but those are the ones I really wanted to highlight and show because they're all really good films that you all should check out if you have not watched them yet. And my black viewers, if you are watching this and want to add your favorite movies to the collection, go ahead. Some honorary mentions. I do really love Poetic Justice. That has the incomparable Janet Jackson, and Tupac Shakur and Regina King. Just, oh my goodness, such phenomenal talent, y'all. I gotta say. And I also love Are We Done Yet and Are We There Yet with Ice Cube and Nia Long. Like, Best Man Holiday. Like, there's a ton. I could go on and on. But again, these are just some of my very favorite black films. And it was already a lot. So hopefully you found this educational, found this interesting. I hope you can check these movies out. If you have not already. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't give it a thumbs down. That's just rude. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I shall see you in the next one. Make sure to mask up, social distance, be kind to people. Just be good, genuine people. And that's all I can ask. And hope that you do. And yes. And happy Black History Month. Bye.